A lot of other people, like, they don't even know that it's coming. Like, we've talked to several people also in Florida, and they're like, huh? What? Hurricane? What? No. I'm like, I've been tracking this for a week. How do you not? Hey everyone, Dan and Leslie back for another video, a little different this time.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today. So we are talking hurricane preparedness. Now we did a hurricane preparedness episode last year before we moved and talked about like what we were doing from afar to prepare. Well, now we're here in Florida, so.
Before we get started, if you need help planning your next magical vacation to this part of the world where hurricanes do come occasionally, reach out to us. We would love to help. Fantastical Vacations is the name of our travel agency. We specialize in Disney, Universal, all cruise lines, and some all-inclusive resorts.
And if you are liking our videos, then you will love our podcast. So we publish that twice weekly on Sundays and Wednesdays. It's called Addicted to the Mouse, and you can check it out.
And we just started a Patreon channel where we go over all of our behind-the-scenes things. So hurricane watches and preparedness is one of those. Let's set the stage. So just so you know, this video is publishing on Sunday, September 25th. It is currently Saturday, September 24th. So as it stands right now, the entire state of Florida has entered into an emergency declaration from Governor DeSantis. And we haven't lived here long enough. The hurricane is supposed to hit somewhere in Florida. We just don't know where. So of the two big models, and again, not a meteorologist, however, I pay a lot of attention to Dennis Phillips, who is a fantastic meteorologist out of the Tampa Bay area, and we are like 75 miles from Tampa Bay, and the way this storm is coming, it looks like it's, that's the way it's gonna go. So that's who I'm paying attention to, and he always covers two basic models. One that's generated here in the United States, and one that's generated in Europe. The GFS, the one generated here in the United States, has it west, like northwest of the Tampa Bay and the main Florida area, so hitting more of the panhandle, and the Euro has it hitting like literally right on top of us. So we still don't know, right? So we may be doing a video next week about how we dealt with a hurricane, or we may do nothing because it went a complete opposite different direction.
Yeah.
All that to say, we are going to prepare like it's going to land on top of us, and that's what makes us feel comfortable. A lot of other people, like, they don't even know that it's coming. Like, we've talked to several people also in Florida, and they're like, huh? What? Hurricane? What? No. I'm like, I've been tracking this for a week. How do you not? So before we get too far into this video, we are not coming at this from a point of education or knowledge. We don't know what we're doing. We are going through this very much as newbies to Florida, first time going into a potential hurricane situation. We're gonna go over everything we have done to prepare for it, and we want your feedback. We welcome your feedback. Anything that you see that we've done that we could improve on, please let us know. If you think we've gone way too far over and above, please let us know, although that's probably not going to change how we do this in the future.
We're kind of more over-prepared people. We'd rather be over-prepared than under-prepared. All right, so we have done a lot to prepare for a potential hurricane. And our hurricane preparedness started the day we moved in. So we had actually purchased a generator way back at the beginning of this year. We did just set it up this week. But I mean, we hadn't really had the need prior to now.
We ordered a Champion generator, just looked at reviews, and it's not anything that we're going to hook into our house's electrical panel or anything like that. This is just strictly to run extension cords off of and recharge things. But what we wanted to be prepared for is the potential of possibly losing power and possibly losing water.
Yes.
Water service.
All right, so another thing we're doing is we're making sure that we have plenty of batteries for flashlights. Everything is getting charged up that is like a rechargeable type thing ahead of the storm. We have a couple of banks of like portable chargers for phones and such. And so those are going to be fully charged prior to the storm hitting. So those kind of things we've thought about as far as like being able to provide light. And then of course you've got to have fun too. So we have a whole cabinet full of board games. We also have extra candles should we need it. We have plenty of, lighters that are good and fresh and new. And then one thing that we are going to do if it looks like the storm is coming our direction right close before it hits, we are going to fill up all of the bathtubs with water. So if we lose water, then we'll still be able to flush toilets, which is a necessity.
We've got the power issue covered. We've got loss of water as far as flushing toilets covered. We are also going to make sure that everything is clean prior to the storm arriving. Right now, it looks like we could get the earliest winds we might get are in like the Tuesday time frame. Again, depending on what track it takes and if it comes right over us. We're going to wash all of the bed sheets, all of our dirty clothes, because if we do lose power, we lose air conditioning and things will start smelling pretty ripe. We will all take showers right before the storm gets here. We will again fill up those tubs with water so we can flush. We do have a pool out back, so we do have ample water we could bring in and flush toilets that way. But I am gonna try to, like Monday, probably lower the level of the pool as much as possible. So just right at skimmer level, just in case we get a whole lot of rain all at once and it fills that up.
We don't want it coming in the house.
I don't want it coming in the house. What else? So let's talk about damage. So I spent quite a bit of time on Tuesday cutting some limbs that were hanging over driveways and our neighbor's driveway. What else? Oh, we have tarps, roofing nails in case shingles get blown off the roof, and patio furniture.
Yes, so we've got to secure all of that. We do have a very heavy fire pit that we don't think is going to go anywhere. If it does, I think we're in severe trouble. But we're going to definitely try to figure out a way to kind of secure the rest of the heavier patio furniture to that so that maybe it would make it even stronger. And then we have a lighter piece of patio furniture that we're going to move into the garage just so we don't have to worry about it.
I was in one hurricane. So I was in the Army for a while and we went to Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans after that had passed through to help with all of that. And Hurricane Rita came through several weeks later. And I vividly remember sitting in the lobby of the hotel that that the EOC was set up at, and just watching porta-johns just lifted off the ground and just flying down the street. And that was a smaller hurricane. So I'm just picturing this in my mind, what is going to be lifted up outside and fly into our windows or through the screen or anything. So
yes, we want to avoid all of that.
We do live next to conservation. However, a lot of those pine trees are very
limber.
Yeah, that is pretty much the house. So that is how we hope to maintain power through the generator. We charge up everything. We have extra candles and all of that. Our cell phones will be charged. And then we will also have the ability to flush the toilets. And so, the other thing that we have is the ability to cook food. So I have 4 bottles of propane and 3 cooking sources that are not connected to power or anything. So we could grill, we can boil water, and we can cook food on a big iron flat top that hooks up to propane as well.
We have our Jeep that is a hybrid, and so it is going to be completely charged up, and it is already full of gas as well, so that we don't have to worry about being able to get ourselves anywhere during the course of the storm.
I like that our Jeep is a plug-in hybrid because we can fill it up before the gas starts disappearing from the gas stations, which I'm hearing is already happening. And we can just, as long as we have power, we can just keep it topped off. We can do errands around here and we can come back and we don't use any gas. So that's nice.
Yes.
We do have a couple of extra 5-gallon gas cans, primarily for the generator. So the generator's full. The battery is charged on the generator, but if the generator runs out of gas, we've got 2 extra gas cans.
Yeah.
Don't plan on going anywhere in the Jeep, really. We plan on riding this thing out. If it's bad, that's why we prepared with all of the other stuff, the water and the food and everything. So,
right.
But we can if we need to.
So let's talk about our food supply. So we actually, we're very well stocked as far as food goes. I have zero concerns that we are going to go hungry during this storm. We have bought staple items that have long shelf life that we can use for a long period of time. And then we've also bought some, fun snacks and stuff like that because you can only eat so much pasta and beans.
Yeah, so our main pantry is pretty well stocked, but that stays pretty well stocked throughout the week. And then we have a closet under the stairs with a rolling rack in it. And that rolling rack has meant that we can take it out real quick if we need to get under the stairs to seek better shelter than just being in the house. But there are a couple shelves on that rolling rack that are only hurricane supplies.
Yes.
So like you said, shelf stable items, things like rice, spaghetti sauce, canned items, peanut butter, crackers, things that we could keep for a long time. And really, like through hurricane season, like we stocked up that before hurricane season, and then after hurricane season, there are also stuff that we eat on a normal basis.
Yeah.
So that we'll use to refill the pantry. And honestly, other than that, like we do have 2 full refrigerators and freezers, one in the garage, one in here, and those are pretty well stocked. So if we do lose power, we're gonna have to eat on the cold stuff first, obviously. We have a couple of things of meat in the freezer, so we'll have to cook those.
If we lose power,
if we lose power.
Yeah. We also have several cases of water so that we can stay hydrated if we should lose water as well.
So let's talk about water. So that's kind of like the last category. So we have 4 cases of bottled water. I will probably freeze. 1 stays frozen. I like freezing the bottled water because not only can you use it to keep whatever is inside. So we have coolers, we have refrigerators. We can put frozen bottles of water in there to keep the ambient temperature down in there. But also it's drinking water whenever it thaws out and melts. Yeah. So we've got 4 cases of water. We've got like 15 cases of carbonated flavored water, which it's basically LaCroix, but the cheap version, Kroger's version, which we love. We drink on a daily basis anyway, but we stocked up on that. And then we have basically, I think we're going to, if it does come down to that and it looks like it's going to be a direct hit, we will take all of our empty containers, so pitchers, Tupperware, all of that, and we will fill those up with drinking water and put like saran wrap over those and put those out on the counter, just so we make sure we have enough drinking water.
We will have plenty.
That's what I got. Like, I don't know what else
I don't think we could do anything else. I mean, I feel like we're very adequately prepared. Maybe we have gone over and above, but like I said before, I would much rather go over and above and be extra prepared than be wishing that we had done some of these things ahead of time.
So let us know what you think. If you are a lifelong Floridian or you've spent time writing out hurricanes wherever you're watching this from, we would definitely love your feedback. By the time this posts on Sunday night, there would still be a little bit of time. If you give us some good tips, we could probably do those, even if it's a direct hit and Tuesday comes and we're hunkering down here. So yeah, please let us know in the comments below what you think, what you've done to prepare, any gaps that you think we're missing, anything that you think we're forgetting.
Absolutely. And if you're liking our videos, please hit that like and subscribe so that you can see how we have tolerated this storm.
All right, wish us luck. That's gonna do it. I guess nothing to do now but wait and continue cooking the rest of the banana bread in there.
I have cooked a lot of banana bread.
All right, we will see you on the next video.